What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 55 of the Maple-Baum podcast. Mark, how the hell are you doing, man?
It's Black Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving. So for Black Friday, we do not have a black comedian on. Instead, we got Amy Thompson. Little Amy Thompson, the Thumbelina of Sacramento comedy. And the podcast starts right goddamn now.
Woo! And we're here. We're live with Amy Thompson. What is going on? Black Friday. Yeah, it's a black... We didn't do a Thanksgiving podcast, but we did a Black Friday podcast.
Yeah, so, you really couldn't have gotten a whiter comic either.
Yeah.
This is the whitest we can think of.
Yeah, what a... Black Friday. What a deal. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're Christmas decorating?
I'm probably going to start in the next day or so. My fiance is really, really big on Christmas. So I am too, but she's like, I mean, we already have the decorations around our house and our living room.
Oh, yeah. You said you're already decorated. You're ready to go.
But the tree we're going to get in like the next few days. Because we can't get it too early or else, the tree dies.
I see we do a fake tree. We've been doing fake tree for years, so like I don't know.
I like real trees. I like the smell of the pine. People might cancel me for that. I like real trees, bro. I've had so many... My parents get on me about that. They're like, why you buy real trees? I'm like, it's tradition. I love the smell of real trees.
I hear more people like the real trees. I spray mine with like fake spray to make it smell real.
See, I didn't know that they had that shit.
Just because you see a girl with a big butt, half the time the butt's fake. You want that real butt. You don't want the fake butt. You know
Trees,
what I mean?
tits, it don't matter. They can be real or fake. It's fine.
You could tell.
With like a stuffed shirt, been like, I'm not going to go home with anyone because it's such false advertising. Like once they take off my shirt and realize that most of my bra is pillow, like, what do I say then? I'm like, oops.
Bye, babe.
By the way, I mean, here's the deal. I mean, you can have fake tits, or if you have a stuffed up bra, that's offensive. That I don't like. That's like, come on, they're not even there.
You know what's weird to me is I think it's weird that girls, they can get like shit implanted into their chest to make their boobs ba-bam. But for guys, do you know what if you want your dick to get bigger, they literally have to basically cut your dick and like stretch out what you have in, and that's all.
In the base of it, they yank out, they telescope the base of it. So it's like
if you don't have much base, that's all you have.
Yeah, so it's like a steering wheel. You get that lever out of it, and you tilt it out. There's more cock in you. It's inside of you.
Small to want to go through that. Like, would that be worth it? Would that be worth an extra few inches?
I mean, if you're puny 1-inch dick and you're like, I just need a 2-inch dick, come on, then it's like maybe, but
yeah,
there
is some sad small dick people out there where it's like, I need something, damn it, I have nothing to work with.
It's like medical. The doctor's like sad for them.
Even the doctor's like, I don't usually do this, but with you, man, you need help.
Yeah.
So I have a question I want to ask on stage because I'm really curious about the answer. So I know from like female locker room talk that way more than dick size, girls will talk about height. They're always like, oh man, like a guy's tall, so that's so hot. So would you rather be tall with a small dick or short with a huge dick?
Short with a huge dick.
Taller.
Well, how short are we talking of a dick, and how short are we talking of a height?
That's the most important thing. If it's 4,
like if I'm 1 foot tall with a 6 foot cock, then that's just you know what I mean. That's like whoa, dude.
Yeah,
that's...
two's. I would not like life if I had a 2-inch dick. I'd just be really mad at everybody and start shoving people left and right.
That's true.
It would be a dick. Like that's the people make up for their short dicks by being a dick when they have one.
How much of a dick they are is how many inches they don't have.
Yeah, they're compensating.
Speaking of nudity, Amy, you did a strip stand-up show. I wasn't there for that.
Funny. I'm like, man, that's just Stab will post videos and they're like 3 hours. So it's like one like tiny part of that 3 hours I'm stripping on YouTube, but it's so hard to find.
Okay, how far did you go? I missed your set. I arrived early. I was also booked on that show. I was
You
double
did.
booked that day.
I watched the. I cut out my bit so that I could post it on my YouTube channel. I wore clothes under my clothes, and I was like, so I stripped to basically the outfit I had on under, but I did have on pasties with like. I think I wrote something on them because I was like, if I have to go down that far, I'll have that.
Whoa.
I was
Wow. You were prepared. Wow, I like that. You were ready to go just in case things were not gonna go well.
Well, I watched every episode before to see like how far people went, and so I realized I was like, it's really just how comfortable you want to go. Like they're not going to go out there and force you to strip because people didn't laugh.
That's what they told us. They said, look, you can go as far as you want, but if you feel like something didn't go well, then take off clothing. But if you're like, all right, I'm done, I'm not gonna show off anything else, fine. Amy was really willing to go the extra mile, and I appreciate that.
I actually started stripping, and like I was thinking like it's hard to measure out joke by joke. So I'm like, dude, joke. I got like a lot of laughs in the beginning, and I was like, this second part is gonna be weaker. Like I did a strong beginning, so I'm just gonna start taking off stuff.
Yes, all I did was I removed my glasses, my coat. And my
we
shoes.
can count glasses.
I did. Fuck it. I wear it all the time. That's an article of clothing. I don't give a shit. People are removing their hats and gloves and stuff. One guy, I'm not going to say on air his name, he got down to a see-through mesh kinky jock strap that you probably buy at a sex store, and we all saw his dick. And for flaccid dick, this guy was not in trouble. It does not need surgery. It wasn't ready for show. And that was the most important part, I thought.
Well,
his set wasn't impressive, but his dick was. The set was very whatever.
I can't remember the set. Oh shit, the dick was that distracting.
It was that. People were like, dude, he's naked. It was like, no, he's not. And I walked into the room, I was like, holy shit, he is.
Jeez. Well,
that was quite the show. That was quite the showing.
That was probably my most creative, or most out of the box or unusual show I've been on so far.
Yeah, I would say that is too. Usually just go up there and do comedy. That was a little. Sometimes they do gimmicks at these comedy shows just to screw with people, just to get them going. I'm a fan of gimmick matches. I want to be in more of these gimmicky ass shows. I like them.
I want to switch sets with someone and do their set, and they have to do my set, or like do like a set from a famous comic who I'm not like.
I want to violently beat people at a show. That'd be awesome.
I mean, I saw that one Twitter post you posted about the guy drop kicking that old guy.
Oh, it was awesome. That made my day. I don't know if you guys saw that. He looks like Tyler Cantu, and then he was just making fun of some 60-year-old guy, and then the guy was like, you gotta talk shit on me, and he just fucking drop kicked him in his stomach and leveled him, and everyone felt bad about the old guy.
Well, here's my thing. You should never approach a person ever. If you are at me, especially if you're a performer, if you're coming at a person, there is no other intention of, oh, he's not going to come up back, let's talk about this. If you're up here, you're getting kicked or punched. I'm sorry.
He was beelining whoever this guy is straight to the guy. So I think the old fucker got his comeuppance as far as I'm concerned.
In my opinion, it's like, listen, I understand it's like you professional, your safety comes first, and if you feel someone rushing to like that, he didn't like slowly walk to him. He went, let me tell you something, and then he just went, bah! Like it's straight up. Like I'd rather hurt you than you hurt me.
Yeah.
Like
it's either you got your ass kicked by an old man or you kicked an old man's ass. You're not winning it.
Yeah, what's funnier? I think kicking an old man's ass is funnier. Actually, no, it'd probably be funny if I got my ass kicked by an old man.
Violence against elders never gets old. You know?
Yeah.
I always enjoy it.
It just sucks because that guy probably got a whole bunch of shit for protecting himself. You know what I mean? It's like, I get the guy was old. Huh?
It was a comic?
Yeah, I don't know who it was. I just saw him post it, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I read some of the comments. People were like, wow, how shitty are you to kick an old guy? I'm like, we rushed him.
Yeah, he was rushing.
Oh.
That's my opinion. And as a comic, if I was on stage and someone like sped walked towards me, if you are close enough to where you are in kicking range of a performer, Because you know me, I do kicks and stuff just to be goofy. If you're in that close to me, that is your fault.
What if it's a kid? What if a kid comes rushing at you?
Oh, I drop kick a kid.
You know what? You know what it's called, little Amy? It's called a teachable moment for that little boy. That's what it's called.
I'll never forget that.
I was
Yep.
doing a private gig, and I had Elvin open up for me, and there was a kid there, like about maybe like 12, 13, and
Okay.
he wasn't like a heckler, but you know those people that are excited that you're there, but so they start talking because they don't understand, they've never been to a show. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what the kid was. So like Elvin was performing, and you know Elvin's blind. He's a blind comedian for those of you that don't know. And this kid is standing not even a foot in front of him, like, just watching him. And Elvin, like, moved his arm, and he accidentally touched him. He goes, who's there? Like, I'm like, I had to tell the kid, like, hey, dude, you gotta sit down. You're, like, on his, because there was no stage. It was, like, you know what I mean? But it was just funny, because the kid was just awkwardly standing watching him. And I'm like, you gotta move, dude. Like, he also can't see you, so if he hits you...
That's a great combo of a stupid kid and a stupid blind guy. That's the same.
Yeah.
He can't see, Mark.
Oh,
Luca Branches and Elvin, they battled in the roast battle. So I was like, okay, we have like a blind guy and a kid. You know Elvin's not going to go easy on him, but Luke's like a pretty quick comic. But Elvin won.
how did you see it live?
I didn't. I wish.
Elvin was
Can I
telling me
can
about
I
it.
say this? I think we finally figured out how to make odds for these roast battles, and I think Amy might have figured it out.
Oh,
She posted on there. She posted on there. Who do you think is going to win?
I'm going
And
to do it again, too. in a
She's
few-
releasing the results the next day. If we can get in contact with the roast battle people and Josh Means, we can maybe make Amy the odds maker based on her stories off Instagram and the polls.
There you go.
And we can adjust it so people can start betting on these, and then we can start really making some goddamn money with this shit.
There you go.
Is that legal? Because I'm
No, probably
totally
not.
down.
Gambling, I think, is illegal in the state of California, but California is a stupid state.
Yeah, I thought we had like the casino in Elk Grove.
I don't know. It's all factioned out. It's probably owned by Native Americans or something.
Right. We don't have any Native American comics either.
Where are they at?
I know, where are they? They're all doing it.
Reuben Brown.
Oh, shoot.
He doesn't count.
Why doesn't he count?
He's not Native American. He's natively obese. That's what he is.
Wow.
Tell him I said that.
Reuben, attack him next time you see him.
Oh, what's he
I'll
gonna
count
do?
Mexico, like Aztec or something. I'll count that.
I'm part Native American, but that's white, you know. When white people are like, technically I'm part, but I'm like, I forgot how, I'm like 20 or like 15%, like, fuck, what was our tribe? Choctaw? I forgot, I don't want to butcher it. I forgot.
I think I have the same shit. Choctaw Indian.
Yeah, Choctaw. Thank you. Yeah, on my mom's side, she's a very, very native. And then, yeah. And it's funny because people are like, oh, I can see it. You have, like, the eyes, and then your hair is black. I'm like, the eyes, I understand. My hair is dyed. I have light brown hair. I dye my hair black. So people are like, oh, I thought that was just the Native American in you. I'm like, nope.
I can see it in your eyes, though. I see that.
Yeah, the whole, like, I make the whole joke about being Asian, but I'm actually just Native American.
It's like this kind of the same look.
I got all the whites. I got Native American, whatchamacallit, I got fucking Irish. No black. No black. No black at all.
I got a little bit of Native American. I think it's like a pretty solid amount. Like, not enough to get money, but it was like my paternal mother's, one of her parents.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe if we combine, we'll be allowed to do the booking
Maybe.
legally.
Maybe. You have any in you at all? How much did you have, Mark?
I don't know. I'm a mutt. I'm so many different white things. It doesn't really matter
He's
anymore.
Canadian because his last name is
I'm not
Maple.
Canadian.
Maple.
Tired of people. I'm not Canadian. Or
I'm super
autistic.
German, though.
I'm half German as well.
I'm hella German. My last name is Quattlebaum. It's hella German.
Definitely German. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to remember. I'm like, what would Maple be? Not Canadian, huh? That would be like, yeah.
Nope. I don't. Confuses people.
It would seem to me. I'd seem it'd be Canadian.
Amy, this is what I want to talk to you about. Okay, this is why I want to bring you on here. You're new to the scene. You're, I think, 6 months in, right? Something like that.
Maple.
Yep.
Sorry, the origin of the last name Maple is England.
Told you.
Ooh.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't even know if I'm English or not. Who gives a shit? Amy, I just want to say this. You're new to the scene. You're like 6 months in. I can honestly say this. Nobody out hustles you.
I agree.
You do comedy every single day, whether it's an open mic, whether it's several open mics, whether it's a guest spot, whether it's a show, whether it's, I don't know, what the fuck else. You do comedy every single day. Tell us about your hustle when you don't really have much transportation, too.
Well, it's like I do have a car, but gas is so expensive. I was like debating this because I don't know if Cornerstone has their mic tonight, but for sure Vince's does. So I'm like, I would just drive to Vince's if they're the only ones that are having it. But I'm waiting to see. Oh man, I think it's kind of sad. It's just I really didn't have much going on like before comedy. I would go to my job as a secretary. I would walk around a lot. I would write out thoughts I had. I wasn't thinking of like sharing them with people necessarily. I thought they were all fucking funny. But I wasn't gonna try it out. And then yeah, no relationship, no kids, like no pets, like no real things to do. And man, you know, like I was kind of getting into stuff that's like not the best things maybe to like fill your time with, but they're fun to fill your time with.
You're an international drug lord.
You know, starting comedy really is like the first episode of Breaking Bad, where it's like, well, my life's gone to shit. I know I got cancer.
Oh my god.
I might as well just do this just for the hell of it, just to see where it goes. I have no relationship. My family doesn't like me. My own dog barks at me. It has mange. Fuck it, I guess I'm going to tell some jokes on stage.
That was the complete opposite for me.
Like, you had everything going really well, and you were like, damn, now's the... But this had always been like your dream.
Mine was... I was exactly a year with my fiance, and we were talking about our hopes and dreams. Because she's like does film shit, and then she's like, "What have you always wanted to do?" I was like, "Oh, I wanted to be a comedian." She's like, "Why haven't you?" And I was like, "We're in Stockton. There's fucking nothing here." She's like,
Question though.
You guys have made such a huge scene in Stockton now. That's crazy.
Well, here's the deal with the Stockton scene. We're trying to build up a little bit of something. There was a little bit of a scene before us, and a lot of those people either left or on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Ellis Rodriguez is 209.
Right. So we didn't really know there was much of anything going on. And then when those people left, there really wasn't any much of a scene. So we're trying to build it up here, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
We're trying our best to do it. But here's the thing, though, Jordan. The difference between us starting comedy and you starting comedy, you did it when you're like 20. We did it when we're like...
I started exactly at 20.
Amy, you're like 30-ish, right?
31.
31. See, it's that kind of a deal where the same age as me, it's like, I'm 30.
So that's why 31. I think it's different. Mine was, I'm going to chase my dreams. And you guys are like, I have fucking nothing left.
I have nothing.
I already chased my dreams and they blew up in my face. So I was like regrouping.
Yes. So ours is, what we wanted to do failed. We're failures. So now we're starting another thing and hopefully... We're trying to not fail at it to the best of our ability.
Well, mine was just, my fiance was like, oh, like, I'm sure there's something. And I'm like, babe, there is literally nothing. And then literally she did Googling and she goes, there's an open mic here. There's an open mic there. Why don't we try this one? What was that?
Where was your first open mic at?
It does not exist anymore. It was a place called the Deliberation Room in Stockton. It was a bar. And I think I've told this story on the podcast before. Long story short, I called the people up, and I didn't know how anything worked, so I was like, hey, I would like to try out stand-up, and they're like, yeah, we have an open mic every Wednesday at this time, come on out. So I told, like, all my family and friends. I had, like, 6 people come out, but it was just the 6 people, and then, like, a couple at the bar. And I wrote out a script. Like, I typed everything. You know how I am now, Mark. Mark makes fun of me. But I had it as a script. Like, I stapled it, highlighted it. And I did 10 minutes for my first set. And it was okay until near the end. I had a joke where I make fun of a bully I had that was in a wheelchair, and that's where I lost the crowd. Like, my mom was filming for me, and right when I made the joke, I forgot what it was. I said some dumb, cheesy line of, like, this bully in a wheelchair would make fun of me, and he made fun of me because I would wear Heelys, the shoes with the wheels in them, and I was like, hey, like, I thought we could be friends. Like, we both have wheels. That was, like, the joke. Some shit like that.
Sure.
And I said like, he's like picking on me, and I said, hey, buddy, I'm tired of this. You're always seeing you talk to talk. Let me see you walk the walk. Oh, wait, you can't. Or something like that. And my mom, again, first timer, I had such corny jokes. My mom was filming, and she was like, ugh. Like, even my mom made a face when I did that. But after that, then my fiance's like, oh, you did great your first time. Why don't we go to this comedy club? And then she found Laughs Unlimited for me. And then I started going. I've been going every month ever since. And then everything else started branching. And now my dreams are crushed.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
That my dreams are crushed?
You got to learn through suffering. But Amy, you hustle every day. What makes you drive you to do this every single day? You create flyers for your week of hustling and going to mics. Nobody else does that.
I wouldn't like make myself like a schedule anyway, but then I post it, and it's kind of lame because I'm like, oh, I'm posting this in case people want to like come hang out, or they're wondering what mics to go to. These are ones I'm going to be at. Like, no one ever shows up or tries to change my plans, but
no, yes.
A lot of what I like are a lot of I'm not really good at a lot of things, but I like to talk a lot, and I've always thought I was funny. Like, my mom told me, she's like, I remember the first joke you ever made, and it was I had gone on a pony ride, and the pony's name was Cookie. And I was like, I don't remember this. I was like 3 or something, and after it, I told my mom, I go, that horse named Pony, or that horse named Cookie? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, haha, Cookie eats cookies. And I just started to laugh. Like, I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
You need to do that joke again.
So
you need to close with that and just see how it goes for the next month.
Tonight, I'll close with that.
Yes, do it. I mean, it's probably not going to get anything.
I thought you were going to say some shit like, Cookie likes milk or some shit like that. Like, Cookie would be good with some milk or some, I don't know. Some dumb shit.
That would have been more creative. Like, I couldn't even think outside of that.
You're 3. You know? I was a fucking prodigy at 3 years old. Making dick jokes.
Making dick jokes.
I'm trying to work on the Mexico story as a stand-up bit eventually about being kidnapped. And I have like this thing I'm working on where you know how I told you my dad had to tell me what a donkey show was? Uh-huh. I didn't know what a donkey show. I didn't know what sex was because I was 6.
That's good parenting that you didn't know what a donkey
show was. Well, he told me. Because he goes, I was like, Dad, let's go to the donkey show. He's like, it's not that kind of show, son. I'm like, what? Is it like a petting zoo? He goes, there's petting involved, yes, but it's not that kind. I'm like, Dad, like, I don't understand. Why can't we go? My dad's never even told me about sex. He hasn't told me about the birds and the bees, and now he has to mention how donkeys are coming in the equation somehow. Yeah. And then he just he's like, they fucked the donkey, son. They fucked the donkey. And I'm like,
fuck it.
Oh. Can we still go?
Tijuana is an amazing place.
Yeah.
Wait, you were in Tijuana as a kid, though. That's like pretty crazy. If you're taking your kid to Tijuana, like, expect them to be knowing something leaving Tijuana that they didn't before.
Oh, I learned many things.
If you take your kid to Tijuana, expect them not to return back.
Oh yeah.
You're taking a chance if you're taking your kid to Tijuana. I mean, he could be no longer with you anymore. So
yeah.
That's quite a risk.
There was this, I remember this vividly. Again, I was young, so there's some stuff I don't remember exactly, but we were walking along the beach, and I was like 5, 6, and all of a sudden, they all moved further back into the sand. I'm like, will you guys go? And then a wave just took me out to the fucking ocean, and I was like, ah! So, literally, I thought it was the end of the world, but my dad, literally, it was up to his waist. He just walked out and then pulled me out, and then I was like soaked. So he just bought a poncho and made me wear just the poncho with no shirt underneath. And it was so fucking itchy because I was soaked. I didn't have anything else.
That's why you didn't get kidnapped. Everyone was like, nope, that kid belongs here.
They're like, this kid's like, yeah, I don't know. It was a weird. I'm surprised that I did make it. I didn't know I was being kidnapped until after.
Well,
By the wave? Wait, who did you get kidnapped
My
by?
dad kidnapped me to Mexico. My parents got divorced, and then my dad was like, "I'm taking these kids for a trip," and my mom's like, "That's fine. You're just not allowed to leave San Joaquin County." Then my dad took us to Mexico.
I can imagine you're such a stupid kid when they handcuffed your dad and they started beating him with the baton sticks. They were like, "Oh, they're just tickling him."
Maybe. Well, I told you that I'm the reason my dad fucking got snitched out. My mom made the discovery that we were like out of town or whatever, and she goes, my dad's like, Jordan, whatever you do, don't tell her we're in Mexico. And then my mom's like, let me talk to Jordan because she knows I was the weakest link. And she's like, where are you? And I was like, not Mexico. Like, I was like 6'5". You know what I mean? I didn't know any better.
Oh, your dad could have told you what to say. Like, instead of saying, just don't say this, be like, all right, tell her we're in Phoenix.
Yeah, or, yeah. It was, I'm saving it for the stand. Like, I told some of the story on here, but I hopefully, once I get the entire act done, it should be a nice story for my set.
2023 is going to be a good year for comedy, I think.
Hopefully.
We get a punchline.
I mean, from Caps, Mike, you weren't there, Amy, but we have a lot of newcomers. A lot of new people are showing up now for the 209 scene.
He's like already getting like shows and stuff. You know, it's like, it was funny because I have to go back to Stockton. I want to try and go like every month, at least once, maybe twice. We got a bunch of new comics in Sacramento. Is this normal for a comic year? It was like late August. A lot of them had been people they've said taken a hiatus, so they did it before and now they're coming back. But there's a lot like Marcian Evans who's just started, you know, in the summer, that like late August, early September. Is that typical for there to be? Because I saw it in Stockton too, with like Jericho coming out, and man, there's like a few others. Reno even had like new comics. Like is that a typical time for people?
What's good is when the bad ones leave and then the newcomers come in. So it's like, because you got to filter out some of the ones that are like, get out of here. All right, enough already. Fucking
where do they
get
go?
out of here.
Stop comedy, or do they go to like?
Well, sometimes they stop, or they take a break, or you know they got a kid, or you know they get a raise.
Yeah.
There's some. I know a couple that are just really well off, so they're just kind of like.
Yeah, like I have you Mark might know him. We have this one. He makes good money. I won't say where he works, but he makes good money at his job, and he mostly works nights. So he's like, dude, yeah, it's just I get more money doing my job. He's like, I just don't have time to do stand up anymore.
Yeah, so it's
just that nights.
Just kind of like that. Little Amy, can I ask you this? You're learning on the fly this stand up stuff.
This podcast helped a lot. Actually, that's like
we're happy.
Mistakes I would have made.
We're happy that you're learning. You did your first few times doing comedy. Maybe it was the second time or the third time at a Laughs Unlimited comedy competition.
Yeah, that was right after I met you.
That's crazy.
You told me, I was like, how'd it go? And you said, well, I'm still alive and I still have my arms and legs. How was that experience? Did you go first?
Yes, I did. I went first as well.
Oh, boy. Okay, so as you know, biting the bullet after the host is a tough spot.
No, I knew that then, but I wanted it as an excuse because I was like, it started to like get to me, and I was like feeling confident the day before when I talked to you, but then I started to think, shit, I'm gonna do bad. I might as well. I could tell because Josh asked who's willing to bite. He asked it like that, like who's willing to bite the bullet and go first. I was watching the other comics all like, I don't know. So I was like, shit, I will. So if I do bad, that's gonna be my excuse when I go to sleep at night to get myself to like, you know, not stay up thinking about how bad I did. I'm like, well, girl, you went first. Like, of course.
It's quite a difficulty curve to go first at a comedy competition at a comedy club. It made you stronger, I guess, though, right?
Oh, yeah. I always think that because I did terrible. I don't think I got a single laugh the entire thing. But I made good connections, and I ended up like Basil, or like Camus. Basil.
Thomas.
He was on the show with me. I later was on a show with him just like a couple weeks later, so I got good connections from it. I like that's why I still fuck with Reno. I always like to go up to Reno. I met like the Dead Panda guys. Like there, I was able to make good connections from doing it, even though I did really bad. So like looking back, I'm so glad I did it.
It's quite a way to start out. That is quite a way to start out.
Next year when he holds them again.
I've seen you do some of the your first few pro-ams over at Laughs Unlimited. One time this happened, Amy did not walk up the stage the right way.
Oh yeah, you came from like he was like, give it up for Amy, and he was looking this way, he's like, and then she just walked up and goes, ah! He was like, what are you doing? She came like from center.
She didn't wait to get introduced. She instead didn't walk up the ramp. She walked off onto the other side of the stage. You're not supposed to. Oh, whoops. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
She pushed aside some chairs, walked on stage with the host. The host was Chris Smith.
Yeah.
And he was surprised. There was Amy. And I remember him saying, talk about white privilege. What the hell?
Oh, man.
That's why I was in the bucket now, because I was on the list. So I was like, oh, I'm on the list. I know exactly when I'm going to go up. Now I've been in the bucket ever since.
But me and Jordan, we were like, what are you doing? The ramp to the stage is right there. She went on the other side.
She was excited.
I'm sure she was excited.
And at the writing group, I had made the mistake where, like, we all got numbers, and I had known I was, like, 8 or something, but I had lost count somehow. But when it was my turn, they were kind of like, well, who's it supposed to be? And then I was like, oh, shit, I guess it's me. So I was like, I'm not going to let that happen again. I'm going to be ready to go. Like,
you're learning. Look, you have to be introduced first. They have to see your name. There was a second there where you didn't know what the light meant. So people would shine this light at you.
No, I did know that. But it's hard to see some cell phone lights, all right? Some people need brighter cell phone lights.
Some people don't do it correctly. They're just like, and then that's it. I like to do it like that.
Yeah.
And then at a mic where, like, the host goes out to smoke, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I've been here for more than 5 minutes. Other comics waiting are like, come on. But the host isn't there, so you just keep going.
That happens all the time. You just got to keep going. That's it. You know what? You're given more time. Fuck it. You might as well take advantage of it, right?
Or weed for the amount of mic time it's given me.
I mean, stuff happens. Like, I did caps on Tuesday, and Ryan gave me the light, but he was doing it like this, like very, very fast compared to the other people. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm over my time. So I finished. I had a great set. And then he goes, oh, why'd you get off, dude? You were killing. I was like, you were giving me the light. He goes, yeah, you had like a whole 2 minutes left. I'm like, oh, you were doing it so vigorously. I thought you were saying, get the fuck, like, your time's over.
Right now.
And he goes, no, dude, he's like, you were doing great. And I was like, oh, he's like, I'm like, at least I ended it on a banger and stuff. So I did like 4 minutes when I could have done like a whole other like minute of material. But yeah, like it happens. Sometimes you don't understand. And yeah,
I didn't know light meant 1 minute originally. I thought it meant just stop right there. So I would. And then I think like one of you guys told me you have like a minute. So like have a 60-second joke.
Well, what you usually do is you hold, like you literally will do this. This is 1 minute, and if we're going, like, that means get off. Get off.
Oh, shit. I do that no matter what, though. I do the whole no matter what.
Well, Mark does this. I like what Mark does. Mark will go like that, and then when they're talking too much or going over, Mark will be like, fucking... Mark's like, get off.
Around. Yeah.
And the light at one of the caps or, like, Hype Bar when you had it, did you ever have someone run the light bad?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We won't say names, but we had somebody do that at Caps the other night, and Mark fucking threw his hat on the ground because the guy wouldn't fucking leave. And Mark wasn't even on the show, like, the host or anything. Mark was like... And he just threw his hat down in anger. I was like, Mark!
He wanted to go...
Don't say too much
He
info.
wanted to go last, like he thought it was a headliner spot at a fucking open mic. That doesn't mean shit. So he just kept going. I was like, all right, get out of here, dude. You're done. Fuck.
There's a mic in the Bay where if you go last, they'll give you as much time as you want. I have to look it up again because there's I've read their rules for the mic and been like, no way. They just let someone go up there and do their whole what they think is 30. They must have like some kind of thing or... But maybe he came from there.
Maybe it's a shitty mic over in the base.
That's what I was thinking. It's like
That doesn't sound right.
Oh shit.
Sorry, Amy. I gotta give you more time to talk. I think when I talk or when Jordan talks, you kind of get cut out from your cell phone. So
I talk over people so bad too.
I do that.
It happens. Amy, how are you when it comes to a little bit of booze? For a while there, it seems like you're drinking it up a little bit when you're getting on stage. How are you doing?
Is she?
I'm doing better. The last time I was in Stockton I got too drunk to drive. I broke my phone. Worse, it was already broken, and then Kiefer had to sit with me while I ate a pizza so that I could drive back home.
Jesus Christ!
But when I got up on stage, I wasn't so drunk. I went up on stage okay, but then after stage, I watched everyone and was drinking then.
Just 2 beers. Just 2 beers before. That's the limit. You don't need no more. No.
I'm a girl, 1.5.
I have yet to be even buzzed or drunk on stage. I think the closest I ever came was my first year in comedy when it was my birthday. It was my first time headlining. I think officially, and everyone just kept buying me shots because it was my birthday. And you know me, I'm a lightweight. I don't drink because of my kidney.
Yeah.
And I think I had 4 or 5 shots, and that's a lot for me.
That's a lot for people.
Yeah, and that's a lot for me. So I was shaky, near the end of my set. It was really funny. I made a joke about it to my fiance. I was completely fine. I performed. I was still it started hitting me right after my set. And then my fiance's like, okay, we're going to take you to Applebee's for your birthday. And we went to Applebee's. And then I had a panic attack at Applebee's.
Nice.
I was like, ah! And she's like, what? I'm like, eh. And then she's like, okay, we'll take you home.
Alcohol, at the right spot.
Alcohol makes me panic. I don't know why.
Man, you probably would have been a really heavy drinker if you didn't have your kidney stuff.
Yeah.
It's 4 or 5 shots if you don't normally I do drink probably daily. If I did 4 or 5 shots, I would be on my ass.
Maybe that's why I was panicking. I need to go home.
I respect the comics that don't at all. You guys, you don't even smoke weed or anything.
Well, it's been honestly, I'm glad I had cancer because
me too.
I think it was meant to happen.
Well,
yeah,
I never got into peer pressure because growing up in high school.
It made you so strong. I hope you get cancer again.
I hope so too, and I hope it gets me this time.
Yeah.
You get cancer again and survive it. You get a Comedy Central.
I want to die. If I get cancer again, I'm just done. I'm not even gonna. They're like, yeah, we can put you on Medicaid. I'm like, nah.
The second time wasn't cancer though, right? It was just a.
Yeah, well, I've only had it once, but the first time was a deadly lung disease that could have killed me. It was lumbar emphysema, but Wilms tumor was the cancer. But everyone just says it's cancer twice. Even Josh, I've corrected people about it already, but Josh and them, they still roast me by saying I had cancer twice. And I'm just
I still want to say it. It has a bit of ring to it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was going to die twice. I was. It's just...
AIDS isn't cancer, but AIDS is bad, so...
Yeah, lumbar emphysema. That blew my fucking mind when my doctor told me. I'm still shocked about that.
It's like your identity.
Yeah, literally. Everyone's like, oh, it's the cancer kid. I was going to call my special Kid Cancer.
Kid Cancer?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That sounds like some canceled goddamn Super Nintendo platforming game.
That's why I liked it. Kid Cancer or the Cancer Kid was going to be the other one. But
I like Kid Cancer. That's oh man, I played that on the Genesis back in the day. That was a great game.
Yeah, I'm going with Emo Gangsta though because that's just a good opener and it's fun. And it's literally true.
If I ever have a special, I either want to be called. I was always thinking about calling it either just continued success, or I want to call it a poor choice of words.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
Because they always, whenever someone gets in trouble, they're like, "Oh, he said this. It was a poor choice of words."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that warns people what I'm gonna do.
Too, because you always you have it that joke, that material could have been funny, but it was a poor choice of words, and it's well, let's be honest. I was talking about fucking a donkey. It was not a poor choice of words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to do a special review of Bullet Bourbon, 10-year aged Bullet Bourbon. It's very strong. So that's all I wanted to say. We're mentioning health problems and booze, and I just want to take a swig during the podcast.
There you
Amy,
go.
you also seem like a helping hand now. You make flyers for people now, right?
That's a favor to me. I asked Josh if it was okay to do that because I wasn't sure if stuff was secret for the roast battles or not. But I had this like vision of, oh man, I can make him like Mortal Kombat or make him like a Pokemon screen, and I do stuff like that for like no reason, just to like pass time. So I thought, I get nervous if people want to pay me because I'm like, oh shit, then you're not gonna want me to do it if you pay me. But Josh got me. I get to go to I got on guest list for the punchline battle, and I got a drink token. So I'm like,
Okay.
damn that.
Hey, that's how I got booked for Punchline my first time. I was 3 months into comedy, and I'd been dying to go to Punchline. And everyone's like, "Good luck with that. You gotta get invited. You know, you gotta pay your dues and stuff." And this one, it was why am I spacing on his name? It was fucking Kabir Singh, the one that went to America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
He was like, "Hey, I'm looking for people to do my show at Punchline." And when I put it, I said, "Hey, I will do it. I will do as much time as you need, and I'll make you a flyer for free." He goes, "You're making me the flyer?" I was like, "Yep." He goes, "Deal." And he literally didn't know that I was like only 3 months into comedy at that point. And I went and I fucking did a great job. And he goes, "Good stuff. How long you been doing comedy for?" I was like, 3 months. He's like, "What? Well, good stuff,
What?
man." And he had me come back for another show because he.
Hell yeah.
So that helps. Whatever can get I got booked so many times because I'm like, "Hey, I'll make you the flyer if you book me," and they're like, "Deal." And then they're like, "Oh, and you're funny. Congratulations! Like, I'll start booking you more."
That because I've asked to be on shows, but then I also see, I use the Facebook, but there's a lot of shows that go on that no one's gonna post on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't get asked to be on any of those shows.
Yeah.
Like how to get on them. I don't want to do. I don't think I'd be good at roasting yet. 2023 though.
There you go.
But oh man, what was I gonna say with the flyers? I love doing it. I definitely will do it for free. I'm not very good at it, but
I mean, you just say you pay for what you get. If they're not paying for nothing, they can't complain about. That's one thing that
There it
pissed me
is.
off. I get people be like, "Hey, Jordan, can you make me a flyer if you're on the show?" I'm like, "Sure." And I make them a flyer, and they're like, "I don't like. Can you make the font just a little bit smaller on the whole poster?" And I'm like, "That takes a while to do, and you're not paying me, so relax. Like, this is a bar show. Relax."
he was like, yeah, what size font is that?
Yeah, it's annoying, but you make do
I
with
love
what you got.
They're like my favorite of the comedy shows. And you guys had the idea about the betting on them. Like I wish, it
That's
should be
his
more
idea.
have bets. We should do like should be like a post thing for every show where like sportscasters talk about it. Like here's how it went down. That way, if you miss them, you can figure out like how people did. It's the best kind because they bring comics from all over, and it's so like Josh pairs up people really well. Like you could obviously like say who you want, but like I'm excited for this next one. There's gonna be some really good battles. I mean, the Luke like versus Elvin one was really good. Like, where's that gonna go?
Yeah.
I know they're bringing in international people, and they're like, "Oh, he's a roast battle out of Japan."
Yeah, I
Like, what
saw
the
that.
fuck? What?
Wait.
They're over there in Japan. Yep, they sure
I
are.
fly out here for a show. Like, how much are we paying them, or do they love it that much?
They
I wonder
probably.
if, like,
I don't know.
I wonder if like a Japanese like roast battling audience, they're like the Japanese wrestling audience where they don't really get too excited or get or cheer. They just if they like something, they go, "Oh."
It's true they do that. Yeah, with the wrestling and with the other thing, they're really into baseball in Japan.
So they don't cheer, they don't like chant shit. They just go, "Ah."
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I bet they're like that with roast battles, like, ah.
Yeah.
I got to get good at roasting in time for us to go to Japan because once we bring Roast Battle Bay Area to Japan, I want to be on that ticket.
That would be amazing.
I want to Pearl Harbor, Japan when I get over there.
Jesus, Mark.
What?
Shirts that say
What if the guy you're battling is like, "Oh yeah, well I'm about to fucking crash into your twin towers." You're like, "Oh!" like.
Oh yeah? Well, you Hiroshima me, I'll Pearl Harbor you. That's what I'll say to him.
Well, listen, guys, we're actually approaching the end of the podcast. I actually have to go to work, but before we go, Amy, It's been a pleasure having you on. Do you have any
Your pleasure.
social medias, shows, any projects you're working on that you want to shout out?
Of course she is. She's the biggest hustler there out there.
Well, let
She's
us
probably
hear
on
it.
30 shows.
Let
Go
us hear
for
it.
Oh, man. So if anyone's listening, I could be. I'm willing. I will try my best. I could be on more. Let's see. So really, my social media would be most important because that's where I'm going to post everything, and it's at SAC _of spelled like of _ Amy spelled the classic way AMY. And then I brought my show list up on my laptop before I even started the show, so I would be ready to go. This probably will come out too late, but it doesn't matter. If it is, you guys all missed it. Too bad. You really missed out because tomorrow, which is 11/26, I'm on a clean comedy showcase. I'm doing 5 minutes at a Cool River Pizza in Rockland. And then I'm going to be in San Francisco at Neck of the Woods. Me and D-Funk are riding up there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Reno. Sunday, I'm going with Damian Robin, Jess Harding to Reno.
Fuck yeah.
We are doing the Blind Onion Dead Panda show.
That's a great
It's a
one.
fun mic. I've done it before. I've hosted that mic. It was a fun mic.
Me too. They've been very kind to me at that mic.
Yeah, they're great.
The 12/2, I'm at Track 7 in Curtis Park. And then I'm doing the punchline class with Johnny Taylor because I'm trying to get on that punchline stage. So 12/11 is my graduation show. And then 2023, I'll probably do Lola's Barbecue and Burgers because I like barbecues and burgers. That was my first show.
I've been wanting to check that place. I want to check it back out because I guess it's inside now.
Yeah, actually, that is so we just had our November show. Lola did the November show. Now the October show was really cold. We had pretty much no one there. Great fucking comics. Alex Woody, Rick Storer, they were like awesome. I had a great show. I was like, damn, I would have paid tickets for this.
Yeah.
But then we got it so that we could be inside. And we had a huge turnout last time. I got nervous when I was seeing how many people came in.
Oh, wow.
No shit.
Damn.
I'll go over mine quickly. At Madman Maple on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter is cool now, everybody. Thank you, thank you, Daddy Elon, for buying it. Twitter is now awesome. The most important thing is go to Bricks and Hops December 2nd. It's going to be a crazy lineup. It's a Christmas hoedown. It's going to be a whole bunch of comics on that one. My first toy drive. I'm going to be a toy drive show in Modesto at the Boardroom that is December 7th. So go there, be charitable. Go to Tony G's show in Modesto on December 9th. I don't know where it's at. Whoops. And then whatever the hell. There's other shows, but I'm going to be selling tickets to a show at a goddamn indoor skate park in Lodi. That's going to be January 13th, Friday the 13th. This one means a lot to me. The details are going to come up soon, but I need to sell tickets because I'm investing money in this one. So if I don't do well with ticket sales, I'm losing money. If I do well with ticket sales, I'm going to make money.
There you go.
It's January Friday the 13th. There's other shows, but I don't feel like mentioning all of them. And some of them are not even confirmed, so fuck it. Who cares? Anyway, that's it. Continued success.
Yeah, that 13th one as an audience at least. I'll buy a ticket and everything.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. It's gonna be. I haven't set it up correctly. I got to set up Eventbrite still, but yeah, it's gonna be January Friday the 13th. The lineup's basically already I already have everybody in place, but I don't want to announce anything. But it's gonna be a different kind of show. We're gonna be doing fucking comedy on a goddamn skate ramp.
There you go.
It's like the haunted house.
Sunday the 27th, I'm actually headlining at the Painkillers in Rockland. Mark's on that show, so is Nick Michelson and Gabe Alexander. 209 Takeover. That's going to be fun. Then on the 30th, I'm also headlining at Henry's Lounge in Sacramento, so that should be fun. Then December 1st, we're back at Finnegan's Irish Pub. I'll be hosting for the open mic. And then December 7th, I'll be, I believe I'm opening for Wendy Lewis in Wind River Resort in Redding, California. And
yeah, Wendy's funny.
At the moment, and I don't plan on changing it, I said this last podcast, that might be my last show for the year because I want to take December off because I need a mental health break. And then I'll be back going in January. But
here's the deal too with me. I want to be more experimental soon. I think
Okay.
I've been playing it safe. I want to be weirder, stranger, more off the cuff. So I think I might be screwing around with jokes that I don't normally do,
Yeah.
just to see where it goes. I might screw up. It may not be it may not be good for a month or so, but I want to see what else I can do because I want to be. I'm
Come
going
to
to be
Vince's
more.
place for weird shit.
What's what?
Come to Vince's tonight. It's gonna be the place for weird shit.
I don't think I'm going to make it out tonight. I think I'm going to be with fam and stuff, but I want to write more and I want to do weirder stuff. So I might be taking a little bit of a break too to focus on writing and kind of helping my own self help.
I already told Mark about it. Like, that's why the podcast, yeah. The podcast was dealing with shit because I was going through a lot of mental stuff. Bless you. I'm just going to take a little bit of December off. I'm still going to do open mics here and there. And unless, like, a show falls into my lap, like Punchline or Laughs Unlimited, like a comedy club that I'm like, I can do that. I need to do that,
Yeah.
But other than that, I want to just breathe for the holidays so I don't have to be like, I got to get this roast done. I got to get this, so I just want to, because I have fiance's birthday, Christmas,
I have a wedding to plan.
and I have our anniversary in January. So I have shit that I have to make sure that I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's a
yeah, just follow Jordan Q-Bomb on all social medias. QBombComedy.com is back up and going again. I got everything updated. So if you guys want to check out the Maple-Baum merch, the Q-Bomb merch, you go check it out on QBombComedy.com/merch. Buy Mark's merch. I don't know where to...
Yeah, what the fuck? Buy my shit.
Yeah, I got the ad right here. Oh,
Yeah.
that is the wrong one. I clicked the wrong one. But yeah, buy Mark's merch, buy my merch, buy the Maple-Baum merch. Christmas is coming up, so come on. And I think that's it. Any last messages you guys have to say?
man.